Hi, everybody. Welcome to our playthrough of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We are just doing the first game for now. I'm not gonna lock us into doing the whole trilogy, but yes. So I am Tamara, also known as Total Spiffage. I'm a voice actress. I'm a musician, and I really, really love Ace Attorney. And I'm joined by.
Hi, I'm Chell. I am only really known as Chell. I am here on the internet and only here on the internet currently. I like ? Ace Attorney. I don't know. We did Apollo Justice. I'm learning to love this series.
Yeah, I made Chell do Ace Attorney Apollo Justice first because that's my favorite, and I think it's a nice little standalone. It's a little treat if you know the characters already a little bit, but there's a lot that's new, so you can jump in there. But we decided to go back and do the first game, so I'm making Chell play with me.
I volunteered to be here. And then I said I'll come back to do more of it. So this is my fault.
Yeah, you agreed to it. So.
I did. I'm excited. I did play a little bit of the first game a long time ago on my very broken Nintendo DS, Nintendogs edition. And I don't remember really any of it. I was not sober. So this will be great to piece together the vague memories I have of what happened in Ace Attorney.
You'll need a little bit just to get used to it. So it is going to be a little bit of a downgrade from Apollo Justice, even though there's updated visuals for this game.
I was going to say, it looks very crispy.
It is. It's very crisp. This is the PC port that we are currently playing. And this is the most updated version. I believe the Switch also has these kind of graphics as well. All right, let's get started, shall we?
Okay.
All right, the first Turnabout. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll play the first Turnabout. Oh, look, you got an achievement.
I did get an achievement. First steps. Oh, you know what? Actually, this is you.
Oh, gosh. I never know when it's me or not.
It's you.
Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. What's happening? I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. I like that we didn't go over cast at the top of this, so everything's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, it's always a surprise with this. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh, it's the classic. All right, well, Chell, you played Phoenix in our Apollo Justice playthrough, so you are going to be Phoenix the entire series.
Yeah! I feel like I've been bamboozled.
I will be taking over our defendant and our mentor character. Chell, you're going to be the opposing prosecutor, and I'll take care of the rest.
Okay, I love to play across myself.
And you're going to be the witness as well.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Yeah?
All right.
Boy, I am nervous.
Right.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Oh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him.
Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
I mean, mood.
It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah.
Nick!
Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell him I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die!
What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away!
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Oh, okay. This all makes sense now. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Great. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. This is great. That's a great school. I had a really normal experience.
Yeah. We had a saying. He was just the worst.
Yeah, our whole school had a saying about this guy. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble.
Yeah, well.
One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck.
Yeah, and you have terrible luck on first-time clients, I guess.
Yeah, and you have terrible, his last name is just terrible luck, too. He didn't pick it.
Yeah, that's just his family, dude.
Yeah. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do.
August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
Graphics.
Yeah, they really upgraded as much as they could, but not everything.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Or is that Harry Butts? Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. A little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Gulp, hand shaking, eyesight fading.
Hopefully it's not a visual test.
Yeah, just sit down.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Ooh, Larry Butts.
Larry Butts, let's go.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine.
Wait, that's the...
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, there is one more question.
Oh, okay.
That you will have to utilize all of the things at your disposal to answer.
So, next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's, uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
The game hasn't told me yet. Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it any time, okay? You know, the physical key tab to bring up your definitely physical court record.
Yeah, you just press the tab on your briefcase to open up the court record.
Yeah, I guess. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
I know you have no short-term memory.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So, we got our attorney's badge.
Uh-huh.
Nobody believed I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this.
We barely believe it now.
Yeah, exactly. Cindy's autopsy report. So, and can we select it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we can just kind of look,
at
but
it.
it's Cindy.
Yeah. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Hit with a blunt object.
She was hit with a blunt object.
She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You can read a court record.
Oh, it was probably in the newspaper like yesterday, too. This is...
Yeah, it's fine to be a lawyer to me.
Oh, wow. Standards, huh?
The bar is on the ground, Mr. Wright.
That's what the bar exam is. It's actually just stepping over a bar that's on the ground.
Yeah. You just have to make sure you check your court record for it, I guess.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then, first, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you be able to explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Statue added to the court record. Right.
You just have that in the court record, which is real and physical.
Yeah, you just stick it in your briefcase. There it is. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab, again, the physical key, to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony.
Oh. Didn't they all die? Yeah, me too, Phoenix. Yeah, none of those are good.
Those are the only ones I can think of at the top of my head. They're so romantic.
Nothing like dying.
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. Paint, you would know that, Paint.
Yeah, you would know.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport.
Ah, yes. A passport for the United States of America.
Where this game takes place in LA.
It's where we take place, in LA. Definitely.
According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport. The victim apparently had arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Passport added to the court record.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts.
Yeah, you familiar with that too, Payne?
He's a prosecutor. I feel like it's his job to know. But also imagine having to tell your boss what a sugar daddy is in like a work meeting.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Imagine-
sugar daddies. Yeah, look it up, Mr. Chief Prosecutor, sir.
Yeah. Imagine being the intern who had to brief the chief prosecutor on what a sugar daddy was at like the 10 a.m. Tuesday meeting.
Yeah, like writing up the fucking report in the morning, like you're just getting in at 8 a.m. and you're like, God damn it.
God, I have to tell him what a sugar, I can't do this.
Yeah, that poor intern. I love you, intern, wherever you are. Oh, I think I missed a line, but she used that income to support her lifestyle is what Payne just said. So.
Oh, sorry.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions.
I don't know what that metaphor means, really.
It's just, yeah. I mean, I think it's running your mouth, but Phoenix.
In the wrong way.
Yeah,
I guess.
You can't
You
just
could
make
just say
stuff
running
up.
his mouth.
You could. You could just say running his mouth. Should I stop him from answering? Say the word.
right.
Say the line, Phoenix. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof.
Dude! Nick! What do you mean irrelevant? That's cheating, she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this!
Okay, well, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Ugh.
Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Stop.
Do you want to stop him from answering? Again?
Yeah. I'll send him a signal.
This isn't gonna work.
Lie like a dog.
Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, then we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. Wow! We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The murderer.
No, clearly he's a witness.
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring in Mr. Frank... Whoa. Saw it? Yeah,
Saw
Mr.
it.
Frank saw it to the stand. Why is it always...
Because he's a witness. Frank
Oh
saw
my
it.
God. Mr. Sott, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sword, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Here we go. It's witness testimony, witnesses' accounts.
This is a lot. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Okay, a lot of really interesting things in that apartment.
Yeah.
How did you know the phone wasn't working if you didn't go in her apartment?
Yeah, exactly. Like, hello?
Hello? Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? We're fun. Because lying on the stand's a national pastime. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. That testimony was full of
Incidentally-
holes.
Yeah, it is full of holes.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
They sure are. Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sott used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
All right, blackout record. Electricity to Ms. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Blackout record added to the court record.
No, Mr. Wright.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? You're a lawyer!
You're a lawyer!
Why do you not know what a Both defense attorneys so far have not known what cross-examinations are before getting into the courtroom.
I guess that's not what they teach in lawyer school at all. They just kind of...
What do they teach? How to flirt with the prosecution?
I guess. Yeah. Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying? Yeah, Phoenix.
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Mia's just like, yeah, just like walk over and just hit him in the face with it.
Yeah, and Phoenix is like, sure?
I guess that's how it can work. I don't know, because I don't know what a cross-examination is.
Yeah.
Open the court record with tab, as I said, the physical, actual button tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony.
I'm so glad that as game designers, people have moved away from that sort of thing.
Yeah, I like it more when it's just like a system message. Like,
yeah, rather than in dialogue. Okay.
All right. We already know.
Uh-huh.
I went inside the apartment. I found myself unable to go inside.
I think maybe we press on either that or on the phone not working.
Yeah.
Do we have
the time.
The time when the police were called in the court record?
Time of death was 4.
Okay, so that's a contradiction. Let's present that.
Yeah. Okay.
Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe.
Get it? Because his name is Frank.
Oh. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report.
I love his little tapping.
Tap, tap, tap. Tip, tip, tap, tap, tap.
Tap.
The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m.
Wow, that's a bad one, Phoenix.
How do you explain this 3-hour gap? He's lying. Objection. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's really a good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him in the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
All right, so the time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotaped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Okay,
again,
yeah.
Blackout.
You're too easy, asshole.
God, lie better.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Well, you learn fast. All right. The time of discovery.
Heard the time.
Two.
Voice saying television. 3 hours off. I guess do we present it on watching a taped program? Or coming from the television?
Coming from the television, I would imagine.
Yeah.
This is the first one. Okay, so we want to present...
Hit the physical tab button to open up the court record.
You know what? I think I will. Thank you.
The white one that is the...
Black Cloud record, yes. So, haha, it couldn't have been that.
Objection. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid?
It was a podcast? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Yeah, and not of murdering someone in cold blood, huh?
Yeah, definitely not.
Very well, Mr. Sword. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
More like Mr. Did It.
Good one.
Thanks.
Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Wow.
Saw it.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Was there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
This one's a real easy tutorial case.
Yeah, I think the other one was a harder tutorial case.
Yeah, honestly, that's why I love jumping into Apollo Justice, because like the tutorial case is actually like important.
Yeah, this is just like, here's the mechanics, which is fine. Also, it's the first Ace Attorney game ever, which makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So there was a table clock. It's pretty suspicious. Why don't we press this? Because I
Okay.
want more details.
Yeah. Hold it. A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Okay.
I guess we're not doing pressing yet.
I guess it's mostly evidence-based.
Yeah, so let's present the murder weapon.
Yeah, let's tab, open our thing.
Yeah.
This is the murder weapon, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Objection! Wait just a minute. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are?
A lawyer.
I guess a lawyer? Just answer the question, Mr. Thought. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. What are you talking about? Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. What are you? The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
Oh, so you submitted it inaccurately. Great. The prosecution's awesome at doing their job. Where's that intern?
Yeah, bring in the cool intern.
Yeah. The intern's cooler than this guy.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock.
But how would he know that? If you
Do
don't...
you have any other problems with his testimony?
Your Honor, there was a gaping hole in the witness's testimony.
Oh, not a gaping hole.
The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he...
Went into the apartment.
You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. Now you're getting Phoenix. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. The gallery's getting loud again. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Sott, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain of the time. Objection! What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless?
I assure you it's quite based.
Also, I think the clock's wrong. The time wrong is wrong on the clock because the clock is from Paris. And she didn't change it yet. Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I saw, saw. Gross. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death.
Okay, well, we don't actually, use burning to kill people anymore.
Yeah, that's not what we do.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this one. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock.
Try sounding the clock.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, if I may have the clock.
I thought you put it in your briefcase already.
I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? Get a watch, Phoenix. It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow.
Is it 3 hours slow or fast?
Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like a clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict this witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You are a criminal. You lawyers are all slime. You threw your toupee at someone.
Slime and hair gel. Look at me.
Grr, almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. It's not over. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sod.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yes.
Yeah, you said this 10 minutes ago.
I sure did. Wait. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, Wright. Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Passport, please. Pass the report.
There you go.
Thank you. Take that. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in your apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sod? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Wow.
You also made the same joke 10 minutes ago. Keeping up our tradition of predicting it.
What? Did this guy just take a cyanide pill?
I think he just foamed at the mouth.
Okay. He just also passed out, so it looked like he perhaps...
Yeah. He's fine. He appears in Miles Edgeworth Investigations, too.
Oh, okay. I'm
So he's fine.
sorry about that. I'm so sorry he comes back.
Yeah, well, he's in prison there, so...
Oh, okay.
Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly
Speed run.
and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor. 100% speed run completion.
Wow, you're gonna get the top speedrun percentage at this year's AGDQ or whatever the fuck. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty!
I'm glad they only barely improved this.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Yay!
Yay!
You did it!
We did it! It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sott let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sott grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Whew, I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick! Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good, wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Oh my god. Larry, she was, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yeah, yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
What?
A present for me. Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this. Huh. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Doesn't that make you just want to cry?
Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Now you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay.
No, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Really, I'm not just sympathizing. Please don't ever say that about me. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about?
Well?
Is it the statue that she took to Paris with her?
She did take her statue to Paris with her.
It's rather heavy.
Yeah, do you know the bag limits?
Yeah, I'm not carrying a heavy clock to Paris for no good reason.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him?
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks.
And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends."
Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends.
Thanks. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia.
Yeah, probably not.
I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry will be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
The end.
Yay!
As your first trial as Phoenix Wright, the Turnabout Terror.
Ooh.
All right. So next time we will start episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Thanks for joining us.
See you later.
If you like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney or you're interested, there's a musical called Turnabout Musical that is being updated, revamped with new songs, new script. It's called Turnabout, an Ace Attorney musical, and I'm playing Baby Larry Butts in it, so I highly suggest checking that out. Their Indiegogo is up. We are fully funded, but everything goes toward making our CDs, getting physical scripts made, fun stuff that everyone can benefit from. And if you're interested, there's actually staged productions of the original Turnabout musical, which are up and available on YouTube, which I will link in the end card, as well as the Indiegogo for TAM, as we've been calling it. So yes, I highly suggest checking that out. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.